This part two. I'm going to finish up this painting. I managed to save my palette from last night. It's kind of cool. You just pull your palette off, throw it in a container, and then seal it. And then the paint will stay good for you the next day if you want to finish up your painting, which was what I'm going to do. So someone wanted me to do part two, so I'll do that. I'll finish this up. I got some ideas already. I put green bushes here, orange here for Halloween. I think I'm gonna put yellow down in here, so we'll have three different color bushes going on. I'm gonna throw some bushes down here right now to show you how I do it. We're going to start with some dark color first. This is a pond right here, so I'm going to throw some little bushes down here since this foreground is pretty close to us. These I kind of made a little, maybe too big. I don't know. We'll see. Because that's across the water there. Hopefully it all works out when it's all done. So you got to put some dark color down first before you throw your colorful flowers on top. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm kind of pulling the bottom to the right, pulling some of that color out under the bushes. If you want, I have some brown here. You can always throw, a little brown color underneath if you want to make it look like dirt underneath there. You don't have to though. Just like that. Just a little. So yeah, I didn't feel like painting for another. I don't like the videos to go too long. So I'll let that dry a little bit, then I'll throw some yellow flowers on there in the same manner. These came out pretty good, these bushes. So what I want to do over here, you see this tree I made here. I want to have one of those right here. Uh, all the way up to the top because I kind of want to fill in. I like to fill in the canvas with color. So what I'm going to do is put a bush here so I can run my tree out of a bush here. Got to throw your dark color down first, and then we'll turn those into some kind of cool bushes with a fan brush. Okay, there's some, but that's how I did these bushes. If you remember, I just lay the dark in, then we put color on top. So I'm going to have a tree coming here. I'm going to try and put it in right now. I bought some new brushes. I don't have them out yet. I'm going to do another live right after I'm done with this one, and I'll show you all the new brushes I bought. So this tree here I'm going to make pretty thick with the brown I have. I started out with it was raw umber. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is just let me get some more paint on there. I might have to turn it gray first. Just add a little Payne's gray to it. I have to darken it up to go over this brown here, okay? This is going to be a tree trunk going up. And it's going to be pretty thick all the way. All the way up to the top. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab a smaller brush now, and I'm just going to add some branches coming off the tree here. So wherever I put these branches, I'm actually going to put some foliage on it. It's going to be a live tree, okay? And then I'll highlight this trunk. It'll look cool. It's going to look like it's going to look pretty cool once it's done. Come down to about here with some leaves. There we go. Let's see how that looks in the frame. Pretty good. Just got to fix this up a bit here. Got a little fat up here, but that's all right. I'll fix it when I highlight it. So what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of the brown and some white. Just a little white. And I'm going to get it's a lighter color. What I'm going to do is just kind of highlight one side of the tree. I'm using a flat brush, and just let a little bit come off the brush as you come down. Just on the right side of it. Just like that. You can use a knife if you wanted. Pretty much the same color with a little bit of white in it. That's all you need to highlight it. Alright, now I'll put some foliage on there now. I think I'm going to use a fan brush. I'm going to use an oil fan brush so I can kind of get some cool looking stuff going on in there. So I'm going to wet my brush a little. I got just enough dark green left to finish this tree. So what I'm going to do is just put some green branches out there. That's all you got to do. Not too much, just wherever you put your brown mark, cover it up with some branches like that. Don't overdo it. You can adjust it. You can adjust it when you're done, and then stand back and look at it. And I'll probably I could put some highlights in there. It's a different type of evergreen tree, obviously. But if you get tired of me making those all the time, you can make these too. There we go. I kind of like that. Now to finish that tree off, I'm going to actually put with the liner brush. I'm actually going to put, a few more branches in here with the liner brush. Just little branches poking out. Okay. Just here and there. You don't have to overdo it. Just like that. Wow, that came out pretty good. Pretty good. It's like right in the foreground. So I got some lighter green. I'm going to use the fan brush again. Just clean it off in the water, then wipe it off with a rag. And we're going to throw some highlights in these branches. I'm going to try this other green. It's the green I used on this hill here. But I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. White or yellow? I think white. Some white to lighten it up. I think the highlights will look good in there. So same thing. Just get your fan brush full of that color, and we're gonna like pick out. It's the mountain here is the lights coming right from the right here. So let's imagine some light coming in here and hitting some of these branches. Okay. It's gonna be mostly the top part of them. Okay. And just pick out certain spots. Don't cover the whole thing up. Just watch this. Kind of like right in there. Maybe on the edge here coming down. And on the top here, of course. A little up there. Maybe some in here. Just like that. Just a little bit of highlights, okay? This is on the other side, so the light maybe is only going to be hitting the very tips over here on these, okay? But that looks good enough. Just make sure when you highlight, don't fill the whole, don't cover all your black. I put that black down for a reason to make the light show up. Look at how some of this underpaint shows through if you put it on light enough. You can almost see bushes in there if you take let me zoom into it. This might help you learn how to highlight. You see how those already kind of look like highlighted bushes in there? You could almost use that to help you put the color where you want, you know. But I'm going to do these back here with yellow. I'll keep it zoomed in for now. So I'm going to take regular yellow, but I'm going to put some white in it. Because I mean, look how bright that is. Let's get some white in it and tint. We'll change the tint of it. I'm going to use the same fan brush that I put all this foliage up with, okay? Alright, let's put some flowers on these bushes here. So I'm going to start on the left here and really small, okay? Really small. Just hit the tops of these. Just like that. Leave the dark in there, okay? So there, we got some cool colors. Green, orange, and yellow. Yellow flowers. That looks pretty good. I really like it. I think what I'm going to do now is put my trail in from way back here in this fog. I'm going to run a pathway down to this pond, okay? And I bought some new knives today so I can get rid of these old knives. I mean, they're pretty used up, so I'm going to run a trail from out of this fog down over these hills, and I'm thinking down here to the pond. So if you were fishing down here and you decided to walk to the mountain, you could. So I'm going to use white and put a little bit of blue in it, just a little. Okay, so I just get a little bit on my tip just to start off, and I'm going to run it out of the fog first, this way. I'm going to try and go straight, just like that. Now I'm going to start bringing it back this way to this hill. I'm going to hop up on this hill here, bring it down through here, bring it back this way to the brown hill. We'll go up on the hill now, around this way to the pond. Just like that. We got a nice trail going all the way back there. All right, it's looking good. I'll probably darken up this trail here in a little bit. I just like to put it in light so I can see it, you know. I think it looks pretty good. It's winding pretty good. All right, so that's about all I was gonna do. I didn't work this brown here. Uh, I could still work this green up here. Let's glaze this with some yellow up here real quick. I'm going to use a filbert brush, a number 12. It's pretty clean, and I'm going to wet it and put some yellow on it. Pretty wet brush. It's almost like watercolor. But I'm going to glaze this yellow in here. Hopefully it's going to look like the sun hitting in that section of the hill. Now all this stuff is dry, so you don't have to worry about hitting it. You can just wipe it off with your finger. Okay, this is all dry now, so I'm just glazing it with some yellow. Doesn't that look cool? Changed it up quite a bit. Looks like the sunlight's hitting there. Very good. I think I'm going to put a little bit down here. Lighten this up a bit. Green grass. Look at that. See how it brightens it up a bit? You don't have to. I almost wanted to leave this one dark, but I like to get a lot of different tones going in the painting. So it looks like you got lots of colors in there, okay, when you glaze it. This is under a tree, so you'd want to keep this area dark because the shadow underneath the tree. But you can brighten it up if you want. Now, this is so close to us, let's put some more bushes down there before I shut it off. Let's put some flowers. Let's put some flowers along the back of this hill here. So I got just enough dark left to do that, I think. I hope. But basically, when you do the flowers, you just start off with some dark color. We'll put it all on the top of this, the back of this hill here. Some dark color, okay? Just throw some dark color in there, and then let's pull it to the left, the bottom. I'll let that dry for a second. We'll put some more yellow up there. And let's see if I got enough left for another row. We'll put a row down here. Maybe a row in here. You can almost just use the yellow. I'll show you once I highlight this. Alright, now I'm going to clean the brush off. I'm going to use that same fan brush. Just rinse it in the water, then dry it off, and grab my light yellow. It's the yellow I've lightened up with white. And let's do that back row first, okay? We'll barely hit it because those are far away. Just barely hit the top of the dark color. Okay, just small flowers. I still have some, I could make some orange. We could do a mixture down here. I'll make those orange there. Let's turn these into yellow flowers here. Just on the top of the dark. And I'm going to mix some more red and yellow ochre. So this was yellow ochre with a little bit of red. Okay. Pretty sure that's what it was. I could be wrong. Let me check it. No, that was brighter. That might have just been red and yellow. But that's okay. I'll make this different type of orange. So the painting looks different, you know. Doesn't have the same colors. Just like that. You just got to barely hit it. That looks pretty cool. I really like it. I want to fix my tree. The white kind of, the light color kind of faded in. So I'm going to get some more color here. Fix the side of the tree here. Just like that. Very good. It's looking pretty good. I hope you enjoy this one. I knew it wasn't going to take too long to finish this. I guess I could have got it done yesterday, but I was getting tired. Let me do a few things with my liner brush now. And we'll call it an end. We'll call it I'm not sure if that's black or I think it's Payne's gray. Yeah. Put a few twigs in. I think I'll use white instead. Try and make those really thin if you can. Especially, it makes it look farther away. I'll probably do these twigs some more after I shut the video off, but that's about all I'm going to do on this one. I kind of like the sky already. I'm just going to leave it. Actually, what I wanted to do is just put a few clouds in here. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to mix some white and blue. Very light blue. Okay, let me see where I'm at. 30 minutes. I better zoom back out here. Well, because it almost looks like clouds already up there. But you can put some of these clouds that I like to do with your knife. Okay. Just kind of make them small and just kind of wiggle them off the blade. Just like that. And then take your filbert brush, clean one, wipe it off a little, and you're gonna lightly go over it, very lightly. And that's it. That's how you fill the rest of your sky up with some of these clouds. I like the way it looks, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Just put a few floating clouds on top. That looks good. Alright guys, that looks pretty good. I'll probably put a few more twigs in. I'm going to leave these bushes the way they are. I kind of like that look there. And I'm going to do another one here in a little bit if you want to tune in. I see nobody's on right now, but this is part two of the Halloween painting from last night. Now I can start a new one. Alright guys, cheers.